I'm here today with Millenium Drums to show you some drum beats that you can play on your very own kit at home. There's a few things that you need to know first. You're going to be using your hi-hat, the snare drum and the bass drum, and the notation for this lesson is going to be available down below or on the Millenium Drums website. These beats are going to be played in a 4/4 time signature, which is one of the most common time signatures. A time signature looks a little bit like this. There are two numbers. The top number tells you how many beats fit into a bar, and the bottom number tells you the value that that note holds. So for example, in 4/4 timing, that means that you could fit 4 crotchets in your bar. However, it doesn't just have to be crotchets that you could play. You could play 8 quavers or 16 semiquavers. So let's get started. I like to refer to this drum beat as a magic key. If you can play this drum beat, it means that all of a sudden, you can play a lot of songs that you may like on your drum kit at home. So we're going to start with playing 4 crotchets on our hi-hat. Now, like I said earlier, we can fit 4 crotchets into a bar. I'm going to set the metronome at 80 beats per minute, as this will be a nice tempo for us to play along with. When you're ready, feel free to join in at home. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that we have that, we're going to look at adding the next section to our drum beat. For this part, we are going to add our bass drum on beat 1. And this is where the counting becomes really important. Remember to keep those crotchets on the hi-hat. Let's give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to get a little bit trickier and it's time to level up. Now, I don't want any of you to start shouting at me through your screen, okay? So maybe we'll take that metronome down to 60 beats per minute or a tempo that you feel comfortable with. We're going to add the snare drum on beat number 3. It's really important here to make sure that you keep counting throughout. Let's give it a go. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job. If you mastered that at 60 beats per minute, then maybe you could look at increasing your metronome in 20 BPM intervals until you find a speed that is comfortable for you. I always find that I can really focus on what I'm learning and trying to play at a slower tempo and then increasing that tempo over time rather than starting at something that is just too fast. Let's take this up a notch. We're going to add a second bass drum to our beat. Buckle up because here it comes. Our hi-hat is still going to be playing on beats 1, 2, 3 and 4 and our snare drum will still be on beat number 3. Start by keeping your hi-hat on all 4 counts. But we're going to add a bass drum on beats number 1 and 2. It's time to get that right foot working. Let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you have that comfortable, we're going to drop that snare drum back in on beat number 3. We've got a right tasty little treat. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, for those of you that mastered that at a higher speed, you probably got to about 150 beats per minute before you felt like your arms were going to fall off. I have one word for you that will take those woes away, and that is quaver. Now, a quaver note is half of a crotchet, which means that you can fit 8 of them into a bar, but they are twice as fast. So I'm going to leave my metronome at 80 beats per minute, but we have a new count to learn, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I've taken both beats that we've just learned and put them together, and whether I'm counting a number or saying the word and, I'm going to be playing something on the kit. Let's give it a go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Your hi-hat hand is going to be playing 8 notes like so. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. When you're comfortable with this, we are going to add our bass drum foot. Now our bass drum is going to play on beats number 1, beat number 3, and the and that comes after 3, so 3 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Finally, we need to add our snare drum. Now we're going to add the snare drum on beats 2 and on beats 4. This should feel more complete to you because the beat is now all put together. However, if at 80 beats per minute it's still a little bit too fast, feel free to experiment on your metronome and a speed that is better for you. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 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 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's it from me today. Be sure to like, subscribe and hit that bell button so that you get more amazing content from Millenium Drums in the future. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop me a comment below. I would really love to hear from you and maybe let me know about some of the beats you've created using the tools that have been here for you today. I've been Ben from Millenium Drums. Catch you later.